long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, luminous beings clung to life in the bodies of crude matter. As for what kind of a life they can build, that remains to be seen, for the darkness overtakes them. Hi everyone, welcome to Luminous Beings. My name's Philip, and that was one of my most cogent intros I've ever done. I'm the living force in this game, which is what we call the Game Master, because Star Wars. And with me are all of our players and more. Say hello, players.
Hello.
Hello, players.
Hello, players.
Yeah, those who watch, if you're someone who only watches Luminous Beings, you get ready for some fun stuff. If you're someone who watches both games, you might think something weird's about to happen. And if you're someone who's never watched this game before, I hope that you enjoy it. Brief explanation, this is a game in which we play 2 nights a week in a single narrative, and there are 4 bodies being inhabited by 8 different spirits. 4 of whom are native to these bodies, and 4 of whom have kind of decided to hitch a ride. Before we begin the literally 4 different recaps I'll have to give, although I guess I won't actually give one for someone who is here. Before I begin with the multiple recaps I'll give for the various people to remind them of where they are and what they know, we have tonight's invocation. When in doubt, throw a parade, and make sure cakes and ale are freely distributed. Sistros Nevet, Sage of Duarte.
It's a party tonight. I like it.
Party episode.
Eyes Dark.
Red wedding kind of party.
Stop.
Yes.
Actually, no. I'll even go back further. Kyra. Hi, Kyra. Kyra,
Hi.
the last thing that you remember, admittedly a while ago, you were in the cabin of the Rhodian Dexterity, a ship that I inadvertently used the wrong model for last Monday. My extreme apologies remain. We will release a special edition with the right ship at some point and change the order of some blaster shots. McClunky. But you were here in the Rhodian Dexterity, trying to leave the Nathor system, as your friend Doom Toronto was looking at a screen full of tentacle-based erotica. That is the last thing you remember. You were on a mission to go to a planet called Cheelit to search for some kind of teacher. Great. Eyes Dark. The last thing you remember was being in a dark cavern below the Hive Palace on Cheelit, having spoken to this teacher, having witnessed Darth Perverse effectively resurrect herself through nothing but the power of her will. And with the rest of the group, you decided to venture to a place called the Night Realm through a gate that looked like the large open mouth of a skull. You walked through these rocks, then amber light filled your eyes. Boz, Cramey, and Lauke. The last thing you remember, after some time... Actually, Eyes Dark, is that the last thing you remember? No, Eyes Dark, I take that back. The last thing you remember is simply walking out of said skull thing. I did it for the wrong group, sorry. Oh boy. The last thing you remember is walking out of that and seeing the teacher having appeared there.
Yes, this is accurate.
That's the last thing you remember.
That is the last thing I saw. Yes.
Guys, sometimes this game gets complicated when there's multiple recaps I gotta do. Apologies.
There's a lot going on. I understand. It's okay.
The last thing that
Very
Boz
well.
and Lauke remember is after being licked by flowers in the Night Realm,
Yeah.
being thrown over the back of a 6-legged steed by a tall figure with a wide-brimmed hat, who rode you towards a tower you had decided you didn't want to go to. Instead, you wanted to seek individuals called the Sorcerers in a valley elsewhere in the Night Realm. So, with all this in mind, Kyra, Eyesdark, Lauke, and Boz. As the amber light sort of fades, you find yourselves in a new place. Boz Cramey, you are standing approximately 3 meters from a 3 meter tall figure who is throwing off a cloak. This being seems to be made entirely of knives. The whole body is knives sticking in all directions. The face is a collection of sort of knives. Whatever sort of like dark pits are the eyes sort of glow with this sort of steely evil. This figure is sharpening an extremely long blade on sort of like a, you know, like a dull knife sharpener. And you hear it sort of saying meat. And it's moving towards you. Approximately 20 meters back from that are Eyesdark, Kyra, and Lauke. Eyesdark, I will say that a thing you instinctively notice is that really nice, it is not obviously a Trandoshan model, but that really nice hunting rifle is on the back of the Zabrak.
Understood.
Guys, where's Doom? What's going on?
Who's Doom?
Oh, you're not
So,
Viola.
Boz, you actually don't have time to say that because we are jumping directly into a combat sequence as this thing rushes for you, trying to spear you with its knife.
No, not me.
Can I ask, would you say this person's dressed sharply?
Oh, it is. You know
I'm
what?
gonna quit the game. Actually,
I should figure out something. This person is dressed. They're dressed very sharply for having no clothes on at all. They've sort of thrown off a cloak, and now they are just this like knife monster. So
he's cutting a nice figure.
Cutting quite a figure. Now we're doing it.
Understood.
Oh boy. So, for our four currently conscious individuals, this is a combat sequence. I think, Kyra, you've maybe been involved in half of one of these. The others of you have been in some of these before. So the way this works is one side is typically the aggressor. Ordinarily, we give that to the players. But in this case, this creature is absolutely the attacker. So you each individually have the choice of either taking sort of defensive action to try to just like, you know, protect yourselves or to run away from this thing. Or you can attempt to stand and fight back. Just so you know, if you fight back against this monster, any ties in terms of level of success go to it.
You already know what I'm about to do.
I think I know what I'm about to do as well.
Understood. So, Boz, because you are the most directly threatened, what is your plan?
Right, I'd like to get the fuck out of there. If I could.
Are you gonna dodge or run or both?
I would like to both dodge and run.
All right. If you both dodge and
roll
run,
out of the way,
you're going to take a penalty on both rolls, but you will gain the benefits of both rolls on a success. And you can always spend force points to avoid that. All right. So Boz will be dodging and running. Kyra, what are you going to do?
I'm running.
Kyra will be running away. All right. Eyesdark and Lauke, what are the two of you going to do?
Can I flip the rifle to Eyesdark?
Fuck yeah.
I'll
If he
say-
flips me the rifle, I'm shooting.
Okay, so you are going to stay and fight.
It's attacking Boz, right? And I'm not directly in.
You're
in
not,
range?
but remember,
It
this
is
is a
definitely
combat
attacking.
round, so like this will be a whole like it will attack as many people as it'll have
Understood.
penalties on multiple attacks. So, but
I think Eyesdark's instinct is to shoot this thing. He's never run away from a foe he's been trying to hunt. He might have, kited it a bit, and that's probably what he would do here. Try to keep as much distance between, but continue to fire.
All right. So in that case, what you're going to do is you're going to make an attack roll. I'm going to say that with Lauke tossing it to you, I'll say since he's kind of actively doing that, you will not receive any penalty for that. So you will get one penalty each on a run and an attack. So the idea is basically that you're sort of like continually sort of running away from this thing while still shooting at it.
can I actually just dodge and pull out my sword, my vibroblade?
So that means you're going to fight back. Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm just pulling my vibroblade out, but I'm dodging. I want it out, like, in case I need to parry things.
Well, so again, in this game, it's like you have to decide what you're going to do, then we make the rolls. There's not second levels of... Like, if you're going to stand your ground and you're not running, you're going to parry, then you can say you're going to block. And if you do that, you
blocking
won't...
different from...
A block is a different thing, yeah, exactly. Blocking is a different sort of thing than dodging or running. It's a different action.
I actually would like to... Can I block and dodge?
You can block and dodge, but you get 1 penalty on each one. And it's funny here that now that we're finally in session 9 of this game, we're sort of...
And we're finally figuring this out.
The fight. So yeah, so the way it works is the more things you do, the more penalties you take on all of them. But...
I'm going to just dodge then.
You're just dodging. So you're staying there, just dodging.
Yeah.
If as Izdark, if Boz is staying there, I'll stay there too. I'll stay and fight if that's the case.
Okay, so you sort of see that Boz is trying to like stay away from this thing, kind of, and like the difference between running and dodging can be that by dodging you're just like jumping back and forth, like running under legs and trying to stay in the area. Whereas if you were running, it would mean you're sort of sprinting away. Okay, so Izdark is gonna just be shooting. Boz is just dodging.
I'm just trying to like stay in this thing's blind spot at all times.
Understood. Basically. Kyra is just running away. Lauke, what are you, aside from tossing the rifle, what are you doing?
Can I'll dodge as well.
Understood. So you will dodge from a fair bit back. It makes sense.
Could I also look around for other weapons to use against a knife monster?
I mean, you probably have whatever other blaster you have on you. Your
my little pistol.
Yeah, so if you want to pull that out, you can shoot as well as dodge. But or you can just stay defensive. It seems like Kyra is, with no shame, is just out of there.
I'll just stay defensive.
And actually, I'll tell you what, Lauke. Make I want you to roll an insight check. Because things were kind of going crazy there at the moment.
Is that psychology or?
Yeah, so sorry, psychology, yes.
That is a hard success.
With a hard success, yes, you have enough presence of mind from the couple words that sort of your sister said that is not your sister and shenanigans are afoot. But at this point, I will need some rolls to be made. So let's have our 2 people who are not engaging. Kyra, if you'll give me a run. Lauke, if you'll give me a dodge.
Hard success.
Hard success. All right.
Extreme success.
So basically, Lauke, Lauke is sort of backing up, dodging, maybe like half hiding behind rocks, just staying out of the fray with an extreme. Kyra is running very far away. In the time it takes for the following other things to happen. Boz, could you first please give me a dodge? If that's what make a dodge.
I'm just dodging, right? Yeah.
If you're just dodging, then all
I got a bonus on that then.
Whatever you get on.
I don't think I'm going to be needing the bonus. I rolled a 3.
A 3. So that is
Which
that
is a vital success?
Vital success. All right, great. And a dodge, since a dodge actually does go to the winner. Or a tie, even if they rolled a vital, you would also be dodging. So yes, as you manage to just like roll around on the ground, getting out of the way, staying. Izdark, it's kind of coming to you. Since you're the other thing though, this creature, because it took 1 penalty on its roll, so go ahead and make your attack against this creature.
I yell out, Bravo, Operation Bravo, Formation Bravo, 660.
As I'm diving under its
knife success.
I'm like, right, yeah, sure.
All right. So
can I do something to give myself another roll?
You can re-roll it with a force point.
I will do that.
Understood. If only this were a Trandoshan rifle, that would be a really good
I re-roll the whole thing or just the
re-roll the whole thing.
Cool. That's that's an extreme success.
Extreme success. All right. A vital success would have been really good, but an extreme success means you have simply tied this creature. Because when the creature finds, it took a penalty, kind of, it was going to attack everyone who's around. So this thing, while trying to hit Boz and being unable to do so, as you started, hitting it with some, glancing blasts, it has rushed to you. So the 2 of you are now attacking one another. It has rolled an extreme, and since you are fighting back, the tie goes to it.
Okay.
So,
That sounds bad.
It's
what this
not
sounds
a
like.
great situation. However, you are using just a standard sniper rifle. Is that correct? Yeah.
Generic sporting rifle.
Generic sporting rifle. Perfect. So that one is okay, perfect. So that's a 2 damage. So you deal 2 damage against it. You reduce its conditions by 2, but it also reduce. Now, the good thing for you is you tied it, so it's not going down any further. You also reduce your condition by 2.
Okay. I am at normal.
You're at normal. Great.
Use
Okay, so
force
basically,
points
you're
to-
sort of like trying to shoot it, and it slashes with these this knife, and as it does so, it's just saying it's kind of just saying oh, this meat bites back. Oh, naughty meat. And just sort of slashes you a couple of times. So kind of whatever reserves of sort of power you've had, have sort of been knocked clear. You haven't taken any you're fully operational. You've got some slashes, but you still go. But that another hit is really gonna hurt. And we're gonna sort of end with you having hit it one last time as it sort of falters slightly, then makes those slashes on you. You've kind of hit the ground. It's kind of pulled back. Boz is over there hiding. Lauke is hiding not too far from you. Kyra's far away. That is the end of the first part of our combat. That's combat sequences. The first part is over with you and this thing having kind of fought one another. I now need Kyra and Lyala to please make willpower rolls.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I just rolled a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm rolling 2.
Willpower, please.
Yeah.
It was a 52, which
Oh,
is
Okay.
a success.
A success, but Kyra, for you, that is a. What is
extreme.
What is your willpower
Where did
roll?
it go? It's altogether 70.
70. Okay, yeah, then that's extreme. Perfect. All right, so basically, Lyala,
Sorry.
for this brief moment through the amber, you see that monstrous thing, and you see the body that could be sanguinary, but based on the way he doesn't have that thing and is your brother, he's hiding behind a rock, and you sort of see this in this glanced over thing, and this part of you is oh no, my brother. But before you even have the chance to help him, the dark takes you again.
Ah, crap.
Great. So Kyra, you've run away from the group. You can what you see in the distance ahead of you, this is kilometers away probably, is a tall black tower. You are running across a field of pure basalt and obsidian, black volcanic rock. The sky overhead is just gray and wuthering. You don't see really any other. Actually, I take that back. To your sort of left, there is a large mountain range, and it seems like you're maybe running away from mountains in a valley, kind of laying between them. But as you're sort of sprinting, it seems like you were coming from this tower, basically, based on whatever the passage was. That being said, everything about this place feels just off.
Okay, I'm gonna slow down
Okay.
and stop running
Okay.
and pull my blaster pistol and kind of turn around to see what's happening with everybody.
Sure. Why don't you make a look roll?
Alright. Regular success.
A regular success. Yes, you can basically see that Lauke is hiding. Boz had been running, but now this creature has knocked over. Actually, I take it back. Doom is hiding. Sanguinary is hiding. And you see that Adelard, who's been shooting at this thing, which is very weird for Adelard, has been knocked over, but has blasted it. So the two of them are both kind of like half, standing back up, ready for another go. Kyra, I want you to actually make a psychology roll as well.
Okay. Ooh. That one was not as great. I got a 92.
All right, then in that case, I will say, though they may have said a weird thing here or there, you have no sense that this is not your normal companions.
Okay. I'm going to slowly sneak back and try not to be detected
Understood.
as I try to figure out what's going on.
That's actually what you'll be doing through the next combat round, which will now kind of cut. So basically, that brief thing as Kyra pauses and looks, we cut back to the action. now that this creature is known, you guys are the attackers. So, do you want to attack or do you want to defend?
Yeah.
How hurt is this thing?
This thing does not. This thing looks like you have not. This thing looks like, you've like blasted off a couple knives, but it does not seem to be impacted at all. You suspect this thing has a good number of resiliences left.
Understood. Very well then. In that case, I want to keep fighting this fucking thing. Yeah, I'm going to keep shooting at it.
Love it. So the good news for you here is, since now because most NPCs in this game have one setting and it's fight back. They advise that for all kind of D100 Call of Cthulhu systems to keep the game going. But that means the good news for you is now a tie goes to you.
It's good.
So, you are going to just kind of swing your rifle back and just focus all your energy into doing this. Lauke, Boz, what are you all doing?
I'm fighting. I'm attacking.
You're going to attack with what?
I'm going to take my vibroblade and start slicing off the knives.
Understood. So you're going to go up and attack with the vibroblade. You're close enough. No run roll is required to do that. All right, you'll do that. Lauke, or what are you going to do?
Can I flip Boz the Stybla'uk'eanuro that I have?
Is that a two-handed weapon?
It is.
Don't bother.
Okay.
You're like, hey, want that? And he's like, no. Okay, so yeah, so perfect.
And then I'll shoot with the blaster pistol that I have.
Okay, you'll pull out the blaster pistol and fire. Love it. Okay. So, as this thing kind of rounds and is saying, naughty meat, it is going to sort of sensing multiple attacks at it, one of which is sort of further away. It is going to make the choice not to go for Lauke, but it will be fighting back against both Boz and Eyesdark. So can you two both make an attack, your relevant weapon roll, and Lauke, if you will make your weapon roll as well.
I will use another force point.
Yeah, for a bonus.
Perfect.
I got an extreme.
An extreme? Uh-oh.
How many force points can I use?
As you can use as many as you'd like.
I will use another one.
Okay.
That's an extreme success.
So just so you know, if you used a force point to give yourself an extra die and then use a force point to re-roll it, you get to re-roll the extra die.
So you get another roll with a bonus.
Did you roll with a bonus that first time?
I don't have any bonuses to my to the generic sporting rifle.
Perfect.
Just the Trandoshan one.
And but I'm asking, you didn't spend one already to give yourself a bonus.
I did spend one already.
So if you
and then I was like, that was worse, so I wanted to spend it again.
Cool.
So I spent another one.
But did you spend it before or after you rolled?
After I rolled.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yes, you can keep going. That's fine. Yeah, unless you ever roll a fumble, then you cannot use a force point. That's a thing to note, by the way. If it's a fumble, you cannot. It's like a crit fail. Just nope, that happened. But anything else.
Gotcha.
So go ahead and make your additional roll. We have 2 extremes from the others.
I have a hard success.
Hard success. All right. So he is taking.
I wish it was extreme.
He's going to take 1 penalty.
Actually, wait. Can I use luck on top of that?
If you want to, I guess. You're really not. It's supposed to got to be a one or the other.
Then it's fine. A hard success it is. Hard success.
How much luck would you be using? Would it hurt?
15.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Go ahead.
All right.
All right. I'm going to invoke a rule on its part, which is sort of just a for its general ease, that I'm simply going to. Yeah, I'm gonna say, because you guys are both sort of it's a big thing and it's near you. I'm gonna have it make 1 fight back roll against you. It will receive a penalty on it since there's multiple targets, but I'm not gonna make it 2 separate rolls. This also is because everyone has the same roll they're doing anyway. So. Oh, that is genuinely terrible.
4.
I rolled an 8 and a 9. It usually gets 3 to attack, but it only has 2 from the penalty. I'm gonna use a living force point.
Wait, like an 80 and a 90, or
it rolled an 84 and a 94, but it does have a bonus, so it's Oh,
You
I'm
said
so
8
sorry.
and 9. I thought you meant.
Oh
like
yeah, I
8
meant on
and
the third.
I
9.
did
You guys were
too.
like,
I
"Hey."
was
That's
terrified.
what I thought.
No.
I was
it's
about
bad
to be
for
like,
me.
well,
well,
guys,
hopefully
bye.
this time. Hopefully this time. Nope. The lower one's a 50, which is only a normal success. You've all exceeded it by 2. So, everyone, what is the damage of your respective weapons? And if you don't, actually, you guys may not know this.
I
You're
do not
using
know.
You're using a standard vibroblade. I'll tell everyone this whole.
Yes.
All right. A standard vibro blade is a normal, but you've exceeded it by 2, so that's 3. The Eyes Dark's is a 2, you've exceeded it by 2, that's 4, so that's 7 total. Lauke,
Blaster pistol's normal.
blaster pistol is normal as well, so you guys have done a total of 10 to this thing. Okay.
We shot it good.
I
The hunt is on.
don't have
This
enough.
meat will destroy you.
It does not have enough force points to stay alive. So, basically, as sort of this thing gets up and prepares to attack Eyes Dark, and you like spin around, suddenly it's besieged from all sides by these like pinpoint laser strikes from Lauke, sort of firing the blaster pistol as though it's not a particularly familiar weapon, and yet it's close enough to a Charek that he's able to kind of, master its usage and just kind of hitting the thing, keeping it off kilter. Boz comes in and is just sweeping, his vibro blade slicing through the knives. Boz will say, sort of for flavor, you probably get a little bit slashed up just by falling knives, but nothing that's even, reducing a resilience. And Eyes Dark, with that, as it's kind of swinging at you, you're able to sort of just raise the, hunting rifle, like, directly into whatever constitutes a throat, and just blast it open. As it does so, this kind of strange rasping sort of voice as it falls says, "Naughty meat. The butcher will be angry." And with that, Kyra, go
Can I
ahead
just
and
say-
roll. Yeah.
Can I say, you will look good on my wall.
Kyra, go
That's a
ahead and roll
nasty
your
beastie.
sneak roll, by the way. I should have had you do that earlier.
I've never had a prey that can mount itself on my
Oh,
wall.
that did not land.
This will be nice.
I did not succeed. Well, I barely succeeded. I rolled an 85, and my sneak is a 99, so I...
No, that's a success. It's a success. If it wasn't, there was going to be a funny beat where, weapons all just turn to you as you're walking back or whatever. But no, instead, or maybe it'll go this way. So basically, so Kyra, you get there. They're sort of over this thing. Eyes Dark is like considering it for his wall. Eyes Dark's got some like slashes on him. He seems okay, but he definitely or rather, I'm so sorry, Adelard, his cloak is sort of torn up in a couple places. But he seems okay. Whereas, and Boz and Lauke kind of have their own weapons out over this just massive figure. Kyra, they have not noticed you. You've successfully gotten back over to them.
Adelard, what's going on? Hello, guys?
Where is Lyala?
Something tells me it's not
Oh.
Lyala.
Great. So this
Hi.
happened. Hi.
Right. Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Paul Scramey. I assume you're whoever's body Lyala has been in.
I'm
last
Kyra.
week.
Um,
Kyra, pleasure to meet you.
Oh,
What
you're
are
the
we
one who
doing
yells
here?
at her for the clothes.
Yeah, she has terrible taste.
Oh, speaking of which, you are wearing, you are not wearing the new garment that was given to you. You're wearing that, cold weather type gear. The sort of Leia on Hoth.
What happened to my clothes, guys? I spent so much time and money on them, and they're gone.
Right.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I'm not quite sure what's going on right now. I think Lauke and I, last time we were getting licked by flowers, and then we got carried away by a cowboy. So we're a bit confused. I believe we're underneath that Kevin, the teacher, put us in. Had us
Hold
go
on,
in.
wait. The teacher put us in a cavern.
Right, yeah, I think so. So the issue is, I wasn't there when they made this discussion to go in here. So, they apparently went in here and to find the person who can help us get our bodies back or get new bodies or something like that.
I thought that was the teacher.
Right, yeah, I think she sent us in here. Like, it's been a.
We were supposed to find sorcerers.
Right, but there's some sorcerers here. I think it's in that valley, and I'll point to the valley down, like, behind us.
You actually see the direction you were going that this thing was in.
So you guys have no idea what we're doing here.
I mean, I have like 30% of an idea.
Great. So we're all gonna die.
Yeah, well, probably.
I mean, we have already done that, so there's nothing new here.
That's true. Yeah, we are kind of dead already. So.
Yeah, I haven't
Join the
tried
club.
that yet. I'm gonna try to stay alive as much as possible and keep this body as long as possible and get
Fair,
you
but-
guys out. So
You
I
know-
can get back to my club and get back to my life.
It's
Right, yeah.
surprisingly not as bad as you might think.
Oh.
Being dead.
I mean, so far for us, it is not.
It's
the
been a lot
blessing.
more lively than I expected it to be. That's for sure.
It's a
Yeah,
good
well,
adventure.
Miss Kyra, we have similar goals. We'd like to get our friend Layala out of your body and into her own, and likewise with ourselves. So why don't we work together, and we can achieve those goals?
Okay, for now, I guess. Where are we
Not
going?
very trusting, are you? Never mind. I think we're going towards the canyon. I think that's when they said the
Just-
I think.
Stay
Wait,
away
just,
from those flowers.
just give
And
me a
don't go to
moment
that tower.
first. If I can borrow your vibroblade, give me a moment. I would like to take a souvenir off of this.
The vibroblade has already carved a lot of kind of like jagged souvenirs from the back, but which souvenir do you have in mind?
I mean, if I can, I'd like the head, but
Wonderful. You
Obviously, I
absolutely
need
can attempt the head.
They had just a bunch of knives
Unless-
or their eyes.
unless there's a particularly like good looking knife, like like you would take a horn off something, like maybe
The
there's
knives,
something
I mean,
really
the
distinctive.
knife it was wielding is a very sort of like it's a nasty looking blade. It's very heavy. It is pure metal, so it's not even like it's like Duras. It's like not like some sort of like lighter type metal, and it's very like pockmarked with rust and such things. It was a kind of gross situation. If you however want to sever the head, there's a skill for that under physical talents called fine motor skills.
Sure. Called what? Fine motor skills?
Yeah.
I'm good at that. I would like to do that.
As you sort of approach this, however, Stark, what do you have in that? A 62? Yeah, it's pretty good. I think you, just with looking at it, basically, you suspect that a failure will be painful for you. A normal success might even be painful. A hard success, you'll be able to get it off. But you're basically trying to like cut into incredibly sharp knives and joints and such. So there's a possibility you might really hurt yourself doing that.
Okay. I would still like to do it.
Yeah.
But I would like to, before I do, give a nice little speech about how great it feels to when the accomplishment of the hunt and the challenge therein, and inspire myself and any allies in the nearby vicinity.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
It would sound something along the lines of, a good hunt requires a good reward afterwards. You must take your trophy. It proves to the world, as well as the one you have fought, that you have bested it to the best of its abilities. This is how you honor your defeated foe. And
I don't know that you can
justify
do this to
your work.
yourself.
Then that's something I can do?
You attempt
Come
to
on,
aid your
I can do it.
allies. You gain a new custom talent called Inspire. You inspire one
I mean, it
ally.
sounds better than hearing about family, just saying.
It's a bit like a theme.
I'll tell you what, though. Let's do this. Go ahead and make your Inspire roll to see how many people you can inspire. On a hard, you'll inspire everyone.
It is a normal success.
Normal success.
Oh, I'm sorry. Inspire, that is a hard success.
Wonderful. So that means
Yes.
everyone is inspired, sort of to sort of do this. Are any of you particularly? Does anybody here have a particularly high fine motor skills?
My old body could have been
Your
of
old
use.
body had it great. Not
My
this new
old
one.
body
Not
might
these
have had it.
clumsy, not these clumsy fingers.
Not these mitts.
Okay. Then in
This
that
fruit
case,
matter.
we'll just say you've given them some Eyes Dark. They have some great bonuses in case they need to do medicine checks on you. Okay.
Okay. I'm still going to cut this head off.
I didn't go for it.
That
just
is
grab
a hard success. I rolled a 19.
Perfect.
I
So
think that is. sufficient.
And as you're sort of using that vibroblade to sort of slice through, there's a couple of moments where you're like, I don't think I want to do that. You sort of tilt it in a way, and like a couple of just like hyper, heated shards of, liquid metal that you're they shoot off in the other direction. You're like, yep, I stood the right place for that. And yes, you do in fact manage to cut off this, probably like, it's about, it's like beach ball sized. It's just knives. It's a head made of knives. But
I like it.
But it's yours.
I'm
But
just gonna
this is
pick one
mine.
up off the ground.
Sure, you can pick a sure thing.
I'd like to attach it to my outerwear somehow so I can carry it with me.
Understood. It's gonna be heavy, and eventually you might just need to like break off some whatever stuff, but I'll say you can, drag it behind you for a while, absolutely.
I look at Boz and go, it is our first trophy since being in this new world.
It's true. I don't think anyone else has ever fought something like this. Maybe we should name the creature.
You guys really just take heads and take them with you?
Yeah. Well, you don't?
I am
No.
a hunter. Hunter by
Right,
trade.
yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're going to hunt an Nexia, you got to get the teeth at least if you're going to bring
Absolutely.
it
Okay.
What would you do if you found a new clothing line that you had never seen before? Would you not drop everything and take it?
This is a good point. I like you.
Yes. I am very, very smart in the ways of people, so I understand.
back. He's got quite a way of words, this one. Can I look around and see what's around us, like in our immediate vicinity? Was this just like a blank plane and there was a knife monster going to fuck the shit
Go
up?
ahead and make a look roll, but if you'd rather, you tracker, you could actually make a tracking roll if you prefer.
Yeah, I would rather do that, actually. Because I have a bonus on it, and it's a 96.
Oh, there you go. A bonus on it. Oh dear. Yeah, that's really good then.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's an 18.
On a 96.
That's an extreme success.
That is, you just scraped into extreme, so very good. So, Boz, you kind of like take the measure of the land. You can tell that a path has been charted from that tower, but you are taking, it seems that presumably your brief pal Sanguinary, who you used to think was cool and now think less of.
Stymie.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, Stymie.
Yeah.
You believe that Stymie decided to, must have heard about those fields of the eye flowers and the nose flowers and the tongue flowers, and he is charting you a pretty wide berth around them.
Right, well then I'll pick up. He's taking us to the
Yeah,
valley,
so
right?
you've been going on like the most direct route would have been through that, but you're clearly going a side route. So,
Do I see any traces of the beast that cowboy man who saved us anywhere around here?
with an extreme success, you see no tracks of that kind of animal in the area.
Wait, does Buzz still have any leftover power?
Oh yeah,
From
Boz
the
does
necklace?
have he has that necklace on, yes.
Right, I mean it's kind of nailed to my chest, so can't really take it off.
Good point.
Interesting fashion statement. I
In
think
the
you can do that.
you also, though, I'll say that like coming up the road from you is some kind of small creature, like making its way sort of towards you. It looks kind of weird. It's a good distance off, but we'll sort of roll this in with your sort of good tracking. It's probably like 2 or 3 minutes away from sort of crossing your path.
It's coming towards us from where we were,
from
or
the
where we're
valley.
going?
No.
All right. Well, I think we have a good charted course. It looks like Sanguinary was Stymie. I think was charting a good berth around those tongue flowers.
Who's Stymie?
Okay. It's
The one
Stymie,
who's in-
right?
in
the
my
one who's
body.
yeah. his body.
No, his name is Sanguinary.
Oh, I think that's wrong. I'm pretty sure his name is Stymie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him you said that.
I mean, sure, tell him I said his name. That's fine. Well, anyways, Stymie, or Sanguinary, as you say, it looks like he's charted us a good path around those flowers. It does look like there's some creature coming towards us. They're probably a minute or two off. Might want to get our weapons ready in case we have another scuffle ahead of us.
Should we just hide and let it pass and move on?
Do you see anywhere to hide? Aren't we in the middle of a barren wasteland?
I'll look for somewhere to hide.
There are some places where the basalt is cracked enough you could maybe,
Can I look ahead and see if I can make out anything?
Sure, make a look roll.
Holy shit, these dice today. That's a 1.
A 1. So basically, Boz, you're like, I don't know, I'll take a look. I really want.
I can see eternity.
If I hadn't already done these things, yeah, Boz, you take a look, and actually you see that it looked like one creature, but it actually is 2. And it appears to be a rather large snail-like creature that is sort of like suctioning itself along the place. The snail is maybe like 4 or 5 feet tall from the bottom of it to its top thing. The place of its face is a sort of like rodent-like kind of but it has like 2 snouts. But they seem to sort of like talking in unison like that. Kind of very whiskers and sort of like weird almost bat ears rising out of it. On top of the shell, however, you see this like weird little kind of tentacly creature. And the 2 of them seem to be having a rather animated conversation.
Are they Rosums?
They do appear to be Rosum, yes.
I think we should probably try to avoid them then.
Okay. So
why don't we hide somewhere around here and see if we can let them pass by and we can eavesdrop on what they're talking about as they go by us.
Understood. So are you guys all going to try to hide?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and please all of you make
shit, I just looked at my sneak score. It's
make
not
some
very good.
sneak rolls then.
Do we still get to be inspired?
Actually, you know what? Sneaking is not. Yes, the 3 of you can all have a bonus on this. We'll keep. It's been a little long, but we'll keep that because he did do it and he didn't need the thing. So we'll give you guys a bonus on this. You can either use sneak, or you can use, navigate terrestrial. Or you can use sciences general. So I'll basically kind of because this is not actively sneaking. This is finding a good hiding place. So it's kind of a different.
I'll use navigate.
Okay.
I will use science.
Okay. And everyone gets 1 bonus on it. So you also do get a bonus. You get to roll 1 extra D10 roll.
I rolled a 1, and I feel like I should have played on Sundays for eternity. I have never rolled.
So
this good in my life.
basically, Boz says we should hide, and that you turn around and Kyra's gone.
We should hide. Where the fuck?
She's good.
Yeah.
Boz, what did you roll?
I rolled exactly the number I need for a normal success.
Normal success. Lauke?
Hard
success. Eyes dark?
Normal success on
So
the sneak.
basically, you guys all do a pretty good job of kind of like finding little places. None of you know where Kyra is, but the rest of you have sort of hidden fairly well. And after a few minutes, you do hear 2 voices kind of like riding up and sort of saying,
But if it's, I don't know, if it's sort of a treaty, I just think if it's part of a treaty, shouldn't we get a treat?
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's not a treat like a treat. It's a treat like a treaty. Like it's an agreement for many treats. Not for the likes of you and me, it's not.
But I just feel that it would be polite of them to offer unto us a treat if it's a... Oh no. By the chest hair of the cousin. Look at that. It's a dead thing it is.
Well, we're dead things, so what's it? So it's not that interesting.
But it's not one of us, is it?
and you hear kind of like slithering such, and those of you kind of peeking out from your holes now see these 2 very strange, monstrous creatures kind of inspecting this huge body of knives.
Something. Wait, it's not a someone, it's just a pile of knives, you imbecile.
It's not a pile of knives, it's no, look, there's arms, and that used to be legs, I think, and look at where there should be a head, there's jagged cuts there are.
This is like when you look in the clouds and say, oh, look, it's a Rosum, or there's another Rosum, 'cause we're all so weird looking.
I don't appreciate this. I think I could be something of an investigator, if you ask me, and I'm here to tell you that someone has met a bad end.
Well, You're going to meet a bad end if you don't get me back in time. I need to report to the cousin how the treaty has gone.
The treaty's gone bad because we don't got no treats.
And you sort of hear these voices receding as they move around. This lower voice kind of as it recedes in the distance.
I'm telling you, we should have investigated.
We should have done no such thing. Neither of us have brains.
Well, I have something. I think at least. It itches, whatever it is. Actually, speaking of which, maybe you wiggle one of them tentacles into my ear. Just kind of scratch around in there.
Oh, very well, if it'll shut you up.
And so, as they sort of go on.
Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, yeah. It's coming right out the other side. Ear to ear. Now that's the business.
All right, yes, we all like when someone puts their tentacles through our entire skull cavities. We get it.
You probably didn't hear all the end of that, but if anybody has super high listen, you did.
Oh, that's unfortunate because I have a 99 listen.
Boz, you heard every word.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, no, I have an 85. I used to have a 99 listen, and then I got shunted into somebody else's body.
Oh, there you go. So,
Happens to the best of us.
as you guys all hear that
Apparently.
stuff, Lyala,
Yes.
you sort of see that amber glow. And then you hear a voice. Your worries about Lauke as you're kind of semi-returning to consciousness. Your worries about Lauke kind of come back to the forehead as you saw him in a dangerous situation. Then you hear, Lyala,
Yes.
I found you after all. I hated the way you all left me, Lyala.
We're going the other way. We're not.
I can tell. Oh, there's so much more for you. Lyala, you begin to see amidst the amber a blue form, red glowing eyes. The handsome face that the cousin presented you with. As he sort of walks up to you out of the void, he sort of says, it could have been so much better. And he reaches out, and for the first time, you feel through Chiss's skin a hand on your cheek. And in this amber void in which you're standing,
Why don't you take your own form? Stop trying to goat me into doing whatever you want us to do. I can't risk her body. It's not mine.
oh, you're right, it's not yours. You're an invader. And you speak to me of my own form. Don't you enjoy being back in yours? And as you sort of look down, you see blue hands.
Of course I do.
Hmm.
But you said she would die. And you couldn't guarantee that her soul is like ours, that it would continue on.
Yes. That's true. I said they might die and they were unwilling to pay the price. So now they go unescorted through many dangers. And the sorcerers are not going to be their friends. I think you know that deep down. You weren't with the ghosts, but now it's the other ghosts are there. And yet you've stayed behind. That living woman, she's back. So boring. Take back control. Take back control.
How?
Tell the other specters what I'm offering. They'll come back. You know they will.
I'll ask them, but how do I... Is she there?
Oh, she's with them. I'm sure your brother is very, very worried about you.
You see, this emotional pulling that you're doing, I don't like it. This is not fair. How do I go back to talk to them? I will tell them what you said, but how?
Your will. You simply have to want it. That's the secret of this place. Mind and flesh are one. Will yourself into her body, or, he kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, will yourself into this one. That would show them, wouldn't it? Make a willpower roll, please. Please gain 1 bonus on the willpower roll, as he's kind of like pushing you towards it.
An 8.
An 8. What is your let's see, what is your willpower?
That's an extreme success.
It's an extreme success for you, because you got some willpower there, all right. I'm going to
because of the bonus.
It's because of the bonus. Glad to hear it. All right, I'm going to say this to you. You can do as you will. If you spend 5 luck, you will have a vital success.
I'll do it.
All right. So, Kyra, I don't need you to make a willpower roll after all.
No, she just demolished me.
She didn't even need to. As you all sort of stand there wondering, Lyala, kind of like an eerie wind sort of blows as they're kind of emerging, sort of looking around. Lyala, you suddenly find yourself standing on the black stone, looking at Boz, Lauke, Eyestark, and the Twi'lek body you've been inhabiting. You're about 5 meters behind them.
Yo.
Can I look at my hands?
Yes, you can do the thing from all movies where you do this and confirm that your hands are interesting.
Can I see her?
As of yet, I'm going to say you guys are all emerging from hiding, looking at the trail. She is further beyond, so none of you do spot her yet.
But I can see them.
You see them.
I'm gonna call out to Lauke.
Do we hear it in the?
You do.
In this, I'll look towards Kyra.
That
Lyala?
wasn't me.
What?
As you all turn,
That wasn't me.
you all
I'll start
turn
running towards
and
them.
see. I mean, you don't even have to run, but sort of just like standing there is a Chiss woman.
Do I recognize her?
She's wearing sort of very simple garb. Yes, actually, Boz, Lauke, and Eyestark did all see Lyala in IRPL in real past life.
Wow.
I quit.
I'm gonna go ahead and talk to her and be like, hi, who are you?
That's Lyala.
That's Lyala.
That's Lyala.
Back in Chiss.
Lauke,
Just
is it me?
It's
Were
you.
you in my body?
Yes, this is a really dramatic what's happening right now. Yeah. I was in your body. I'm sorry about the clothes, okay?
It's okay. I'm just confused. How did you get out?
How did you do this?
I don't know.
Well-
I willed it. Cousin.
You're gonna have to fill us in on some stuff.
You
Right.
willed it?
Be more specific, please. We all
We
need
have
this.
no idea what just happened, so
Yeah, there's been a lot that's happened between the last time I saw y'all and this very moment. So basically, we all have a choice. Well, not you, Kyra, as far as I know, because we don't know if your soul is like ours that can float around and sort of inhabit other bodies. But that remains to be seen. But for
Yeah.
the rest of us, there's a being named. Did they meet cousin? I forget.
Not
Yeah,
one
he
of
threatened.
them.
He,
Not
he
a
We have
threatened.
no idea who it is.
Boz had a conversation with someone named Cousin, but not one of
Right,
these
yeah.
people talked to Cousin.
Okay, I met a being called Cousin, and he was able to make himself into all of us. He changed into all of our species, and he gave me the choice of going there and learning how to do it, but they said it might compromise the bodies and the souls within them, so the only other way was to go to find the sorceresses, which is what we were on the way to until a knife man attacked us all, and it looks like y'all took care of that, so good job. With...
Right, yeah, we got ahead, and I point to the thing on Isaac's backpack.
Right.
They said it's a trophy.
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
they're
obviously.
hunters. That's their priority for some make or forsaken reason.
But how did you get your body back? This
What's going on?
I'm telling you, I willed it. He came to me in that amber world that we disappear into, and he just told me to will this body, to will my body back, and I'm Chiss again, and I'm not her anymore, and
Thank goodness.
I'm gonna go up and poke her.
Can I try
See if
really
she's-
hard to if I think hard enough, can I materialize my body in front of me?
Are you gonna do I mean, if you're just thinking hard, are you trying to use the Force to do this? Or are you just
Sure,
thinking
yeah.
hard?
I'll try to use the force.
Oh, he has the necklace.
So go ahead and make a search your feelings roll. Lyala, by the way, very quickly, condensed character sheets. So you are now using new Lyala in Chiss body willed into existence. That's the tab at the bottom. That is the current body you're using. So that has restored all of your own physical stats and sense stats. You have infrared vision again, for example. But you've lost the Leku. So.
Oh,
sucks to be you.
thank God. I don't know how you handle those things. They are too vulnerable. I don't like them. No offense.
All right, so
They're
Lauke.
so good for communicating, though.
See, I didn't figure that out.
It's pretty fun when you do.
Meanwhile, Lauke has walked up to her, and you're going to, you're just gonna poke her?
Try to see if she's like a physical being rather than like a ghost thing.
You poke her.
Ow.
Yeah.
You're-
Boss
You're
Creek.
real.
I rolled a hard success.
Hard success. I won't do it to you because it was only with fumbles. I was doing it to Dan. Dan rolled. I just want you guys to know the reason you started this game with a fight against a knife monster is that Dan rolled. He made 3 attempts to use clairvoyance or use the force rolls, and he rolled a fumble all 3 times. It was incredible.
Telling you guys, Monday nights, we can't roll for anything.
Oh man, Pierce has infected all of you.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
was
know.
gonna say,
Really is the
it's
Pierce.
Pierce.
It's
So
contagious.
you sort of reach out, but you do not create a body or anything. All you feel is the overwhelming alien darkness of this strange dimension in which you find yourselves.
Are you sure we just have to will it back? Because I just thought really hard about it and then nothing happened.
I'm sure there's more to it than just wishing. I mean, have we been spending this whole time wishing we were back in our own bodies?
Yeah, but I mean, we're in a pretty weird place right now, so.
He has some kind of power, some sort of some
Wait.
form of power.
Something I'm
Does have
not
morphin
understanding.
power, that's really true. He literally does have morphin power.
Oh my god. Something I'm not understanding. He's saying if we go back to him, it could kill these bodies. But he just brought you back, and Kyra's
I
fine.
brought me
Yeah, she's
back.
fine.
Yeah.
If you brought you back, then why can't we do the same thing?
Can I do a retroactive psychology? like thinking about what he said about going back, or is it too late? If it's too late, it's fine.
Go ahead and make a psychology roll, that's fine.
Can we try to will ourselves into existence?
I tried. It's not going to work.
No, that is a
I thought really hard.
fail.
What is it?
96.
What is your psychology?
72.
Damn it, I wanted it to be under 50, so it would have been a fumble.
No.
And then a ninth monster would have come. That's not what.
Oh no.
Damn it.
Okay,
Uh,
can I roll culture for my like Sith history and my understanding of Sith to try to figure out who this person is that she's talking about?
Cousin, absolutely. You can.
Okay.
You know what? No, that would not be culture. I'm sorry. That would be lore, unfortunately.
Oh.
Sorry. It's too. Culture is gonna be like obscure myths and legends. That's all. Lore. You can roll for if you want to roll a culture. I'll tell you about a bunch of cousins, but
So,
Oh, it's gonna end up like the tablet situation.
Doom's cousins.
This is the issue where Jeremy thinks he knows who this is, but
you
boss,
think you know
there's
who it is?
No way. I think I have a general idea of what
I-
kind of person.
Yeah, I have a really good idea of what he might be, and so it's so frustrating because I want my character to know so badly. Oh no.
Can I like try to
I want you to, in private chat, to tell me who you think this thing might be. Just privately
can I
chat.
try to like move a pebble or something? I'll be like, wait, hold on.
You reach out.
Everybody be quiet, I need to concentrate.
I mean, I guess roll a willpower roll. Kind of a rude thing to make you roll, but
That's 60. So I passed. That's a success.
That's you do a good job of knowing that you have focused well on what you're trying to do, but no pebbles move.
Okay, sorry about that. Just had to check something. But yes,
Jeremy, yeah.
he
Yeah?
said
That's the idea.
that we could.
Yes, Beth,
Wait.
by the way. Yeah, you get it. That's the idea.
That we could have our bodies and he could teach us. I don't know if I get to keep myself this time, but it's an expedited process, so to speak. Whereas with the sorceresses, it would take a while.
Can you even trust these people we're going to? Does anyone know anything about them?
no, those
no.
creepy
No.
cave people told us to go see them.
And your folks actually are on board with going to see the strange sorceresses. A couple of them actually wanted to go this route, but since I was in your body, I didn't think it was prudent to potentially put it at risk, because as poorly as I allegedly dress you, I still do, try to take care of your body as well as I can.
Well, thank you. Your kindness makes up for it,
Well,
mostly.
It seems to work if you're both here.
True.
Kyra, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Be as honest as you can with me.
Mhm.
How likely is it that the other three of your body give a damn about us enough to protect our spirits?
Well, against my better judgment, they have done everything they can to try and save you and get you out safely instead of just destroy you like this one guy was talking about. So, I mean, I think you can trust them. They want to stay alive too. So, they're not sure how much they can trust you, but if everybody lives, I think we're okay.
Can I psychology roll that? Oh, can I tell if she's lying, or I don't know. If
I mean, it
she's
seems like
lying.
she's being pretty honest, and she's like, against my judgment, they all want to save me.
Right, yeah. But she's resolved now, so I don't.
I'll tell you what.
I'm not worried about her not.
Go ahead and roll a psychology. Kyra, would you please make a deception? Or deceive?
I've gone ahead and just assumed that everything that I've previously assumed about her from earlier psychology rolls are 100% on point.
I'm sorry, she's a brat.
Phenomenal success.
Kyra, what did you have?
I failed, but it's a 77, so I'm still happy.
Oh, but it's a 77, which means
Hey!
everyone, you all get 4 force points.
What?
Force or a force
Well,
point?
force points?
Luck points.
Oh!
That's so many force
like-
You
points.
said it. You said it. Can't take it back. No takes back.
Luck points. Goodness gracious. Now that would have been a Oh.
Spend
Kyra.
6 horse points on this next roll.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be like, you know what? I'm coming back every Sunday, guys. Let's roll.
Yeah. You all gain 4 luck points. Holy smokes, dear. All right.
That's good.
So as you're
I got
all
a normal success.
a normal success. Very good. Then with her failure, I think you. I'll phrase it that I think Kyra, unless I'm mistaken, Kyra, you would say you do believe that the others do want to kind of like not murder them, right? Kind of, yeah. So yes, that's your.
Their main goal is to get you guys out.
Yeah.
But if they keep you alive, I mean, win-win.
They prefer
well,
to not harm you, but they need their lives back.
Right,
well-
and I can attest to that. I spoke with them quite a bit
I
about
thought you
that,
said
and they
Stymie
did
wanted
say-
to kill us.
Yeah. Well, not kill us, but would take the first opportunity to evacuate us from his body, and potentially, if that presented itself, he would not take our existence into account, depending on the situation. But it's nice to hear that y'all have tried. You know, thank you. We've tried too, so.
Yeah, I've had to hang out with a lot more Sith than I ever wanted to.
Right, yeah, I'm still not sure what Sith are,
Me either. It's
so
magic.
it's a bit nebulous for me.
Yeah.
We're
Wait,
from a
wait.
time before they existed, so.
You guys
Just
know
kinda
what
angry.
Jedi are, right?
Right, yeah, they've been around forever.
Yeah, so they're like Jedi,
No.
but a lot more fun.
What's a Jedi?
Fun.
I mean, we've
Alright.
heard about them, but we're rather isolated.
Oh, right, they're like extra boons.
Oh, okay. So Jedi are these guys that have these magical powers. They can move things with their mind. They fight with these laser swords. They kind of took over the main part of the galaxy and made it a lot more stickler. They added a bunch of laws, said we can't do a lot of stuff. But the Sith, on the other hand, they all seem to have red laser swords or lightsabers, and they're more on the outskirts, and they have their own planet, and they let people get away with a lot more. But if you get caught by one, they usually kill you. So it's a toss-up.
Trade-offs. Right?
They are very interested in our situation, so. Oh.
What is
And you guys
that?
see this it's like rather small like earthworm with like the head of a suckling pig that is also bigger than the rest of its body, so it's like an earthworm but like sort of sperm like, where the head is like really big but it's like a suckling pig sort of snout, and it's just like crawling up and it's just going,
God blimey, did someone say Jedi?
and it seems to be
Oh, I hate that.
it seems to be coming from the direction that you guys were heading. It's so small, it's maybe about like 3 or 4 inches long that you guys didn't notice it.
Oh, Jedi, they're bad, they
They're
are.
the worst. Yes.
They are
You're
the
not from
worst.
I
agree.
did you just come from where the sorceresses are?
The sorcerers, I did. But it's not lucky to talk about Jedi. They're our enemies.
Right. Yeah,
But that is
get
good.
it
We
then.
were talking bad things about them.
Oh, want to hear some Jedi jokes?
Kind of
Absolutely.
swirls around.
Sure, yeah.
Oh.
No.
Can I do a diplomatic mission with this guy?
Sure. Against its
You're gonna do a
deception.
diplomatic mission with a
Are
sperm pig?
Yeah, with a sperm,
Awesome.
a worm pig. Yeah.
You
The
know
sperm
what?
Worm pig.
I just rolled a 77 on its deception, which is a super fail. I'm gonna give it to you. Take 8 more luck points.
8 more force points.
Oh,
I have 52.
You really should
force
play on
points.
Sundays, Mom.
This is a lucky day. As it sort of turns around and it goes,
What do you call a spaceship full of Jedi at the heart of a star?
What?
A good
Dead?
start. Cause you killed them. See, they're
Right,
dead.
yeah, it's very funny. Good job.
All right, I got another joke for you. This is one I wrote myself. A Jedi died.
that's great. That's
I see
a
what
good
you did there.
job. Yeah, yeah,
You right to the quick on that one.
Cause she's dead now.
yeah.
Exit. Yep,
Hold
that
on.
is very clever.
You're not Rosum.
its head is like
No!
twisting.
But I know.
We were invited here.
Oh.
Right, yeah, some other Rosum told us to go this way to the sorceresses.
Oh, to the sorcerers. Oh.
Yeah.
Is it just one, the singular?
No, there's a lot of sorcerers, I think.
Oh, sorcerers.
Y'all, the accent that was first said, I thought it was sorceresses the whole time. So
There are sorcerers and rhinoceroses and hippopotamuses. I don't know what those are.
Do you
Anyway,
think
we
you
were
could take
thinking
us to
about
one?
going back to see cousin.
Oh, yep. I know who that is. He's in
Who
the
is-
Tower of the Dead.
Right.
Right, yeah, could you tell us anything about him?
Cousin?
Yeah,
Hmm?
you know him.
I imagine that his parents and someone else's parents are siblings.
You know, that is some good information. I'm really glad you told us that.
I guess.
And so you said he's in the Tower of the Dead.
Yeah, but I don't go there.
Understandably, but where is it you just came from?
Oh, I came from the Valley of the Sorcerers.
And cousin's not there.
No, he's in the Tower of
What's-
the Dead.
What are the sorcerers like?
Oh, they're alive.
Cool.
Do you think you could take us to that valley? Take us back there?
I just came from there and I travel real slow.
Oh, we
So
could
many
carry you.
things
We
have
could
passed
very
by
fast.
me, and I barely got anywhere.
Well, I agree. We could carry you and then bring you back.
Oh, you'd carry me? Oh, you'd carry me and I'd be touching flesh?
Yes.
You can't
No, I
eat
don't
it.
like that stipulation.
Yeah, you can't eat us.
I don't want.
We're friends, remember?
I don't want to eat
They call
you.
us meat here.
I
by the
just
way.
want to feel your molecules.
Very touchy here.
Don't touch.
Mm,
Don't touch.
not a
us.
fan of that.
You don't.
Right, well, my molecules are staying right where they are.
I
Very
don't
much.
want to take them. I just want to commune with them.
I'll put my hand out. As
Ooh!
our-
Oh, I
Ooh! Wait.
So-
Ooh.
Mm.
We're
6
going to the
fingers.
sorcerers.
Starts
Oh, wait.
slathering around your purple sort of 6-fingered hand, Izdark. And as it kind of wraps itself around and like the sort of like the pig head thing is about there as this earthworm body's wrapped around, the pig head just kind of goes,
Oh, that's good biology. Huh?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's not my own, so have fun with it.
But don't we want to go see
Huh?
cousin?
Yes.
I think
Do we?
we're going to go to the sorcerers.
Yeah, you did hear that cousin's in something called the Tower of the Dead, right?
Well,
But it brought her back.
Lyola,
Right, but-
can you tell us what else cousin told you that you have not told us?
it's funny because I feel like there's two things going on, which is that Lord is purposefully holding back some information and not remembering some other information from 6 days ago.
that is exactly right.
What do you have any specific questions for me about things that you're on the cusp of
No,
knowing?
because I can't remember what I'm not remembering. I will.
Okay, I'll tell you this.
I
If
will
you
excuse myself and the group from Kyra to get out of earshot.
so Kyra, they're trying to leave you aside.
With-
Are you gonna
I
leave?
just-
But what about this Rosm? Are you having to Rosm come here, quiet conversation? Or you wanted to stay with Kyra?
Astar, put that thing down.
I'll draw a tic-tac-toe board
Oh.
and make an X and then walk away.
It kind of comes up to Kyra and says,
I'll play you in the great
Sure.
game.
Let's
No.
go.
All
I
right.
let him come down off my hand and walk away with Lyola.
No one expects this opening.
and it draws a circle off the board. So Lyala pulls them aside. Yes, Lyala.
Lyala.
What am I forgetting?
Here, the main thing I'd like to just sort of point out of like the information that was sort of given. Are you going to be truthful with Eyes Dark about everything Adelard was contemplating?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then, Lyala, and you could just repeat this after I say it if you want to, or you could just say that you're hearing this, Eyes Dark. Lyala will tell you about how, basically this cousin said that the four of you are welcome in the Tower of the Dead because you died. But you died in an interesting way, and as such, you have a lot of potential. He was basically saying some people die mundane deaths and then they're simply meat. They're just like, they're crude matter and they rot. You guys died in a way that means you've already stuck around a bit. Some strange sort of things outside the usual order. So he's kind of saying he wanted all of those ghosts to simply stay there with him in the tower where he could have trained you in certain things. That was his request. Adelard, however, was very curious about this on his own behest, if Lyala is telling you this, and Adelard basically was like, can you kill me in a way that will be interesting? And the guy was like, for sure. Let's do it. And everyone else said, Adelard, don't do that. And so he backed off. So Adelard's like, well, can I come back? And the guy was like, there's no way you'll survive going the journey to the sorcerers and back. But I guess if you do, the offer will stand. That's what he said. But he basically indicated that if they die out there, they just are dead. It's not like if you guys die, something else is going on, and he wants to remove your spirits, keep them in the tower, where he will let you have bodies, but he'll teach you other things as well.
But stuck in this world?
Right. He did not necessarily. He said, what did he say? That he didn't know how we function outside of the night realm.
Yes,
Something
he said that would, that's for a later thing. He doesn't leave the night realm because of some family squabbles. But
Right.
What about this body that you have now? Can that not leave the night realm?
I don't know.
How do we even leave the night realm?
I don't know. Will it?
What the fuck even is the night realm?
This?
Who is the night realm?
Oh gosh.
That.
Oh, do you
my
want better?
goodness,
How is
awesome.
the night realm?
meanwhile, Kyra, you're playing tic-tac-toe.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, if you want to, if you're just gonna if you're just gonna make X's and O's willy-nilly, you can just make a luck roll. You could do a calculate roll to try to do the best strategic thing, or you could do a psychology roll to size up this creature and sort of play. Don't play the cards, play the player kind of thing.
Okay, what's that? I'm gonna do a luck roll.
A luck roll.
Let's see.
All right.
A 5.
Whoa!
I rolled a 5.
When it really matters. Well, guess what? This thing rolled an 8, but your luck is higher than its luck, so you have achieved a better level of success. So you have beaten it, and it looks up at you and goes,
My lucky opening move. It didn't even work. It's not even worth Jedi spit.
Well, I say we keep playing until they come back. What do you say?
Yes, I agree. Hey, how do you make a Jedi fall off a building? Eh?
No.
You push it?
You heard that one.
yep. Starts kind of drawing with his tail another tic-tac-toe board. Continue your conversation, everyone else.
So
We should go to the sorcerers if they can bring us life in
I
real
don't think-
bodies.
Okay, so
Wait,
my thinking is...
cousin taught me, allowed me to do this.
Right, but he also said that it might kill the rest of us. The rest of our bodies. Not us, but the bodies we're in. And I would have been okay with that, but it seems like they've actually been putting in effort to keep us alive as well. So I'd like to return the favour.
I do not wish to stay in this realm.
I don't know.
Right, yeah, I mean, I can only kill so many knife monsters until it gets monotonous. I need, a very kind of fray. I can't just have the same thing over and over again.
the people here are very stupid.
Right, yeah,
does
them
not
too. It's
lend
concerning.
itself to good, to my skills properly.
You haven't even met the plants yet.
The,
Right,
the
yeah, those
plants
things
that talk
suck.
to? This is,
Really.
see,
They
this is a
lick you,
problem.
they do all sorts of stuff that are very uncomfortable. I don't like them. Mm-mm. But
Yeah.
Right, what happened to that cowboy man who saved us, by the way?
he
Oh, would you share with them the dealings with that was involved in that?
yeah. I will share
So
it.
basically, yes, the cowboy man, the Abyssin, the one-eyed cowboy who saved you, he brought you to the tower, dropped you off. Then the deal was he would safely bring the 4 living bodies to the sorcerers in exchange for the souls, for you, Ghost. And they said no. you
And
can't
they
do that.
refused.
Yeah.
I think they're not pro Terror of the Dead, so I think we should go to the sorcerers.
Stark, your body was pretty gung ho about it. But yeah, I was most
Really?
concerned about Kyra because honestly, the others, I'm not overly fond of them at this point. And Kyra seemed very nice. I hadn't met her.
Really? All she's done is kind of insult your sense of fashion. I mean,
Well,
If
you
there's
get
grounds
attached to
for it,
someone
but-
when you get to know them so well. Maybe it's a Leku thing, that communication. I don't know, but
She said she wanted to get rid of our bodies. It seems of our souls.
well,
That
yeah,
seems pretty.
honestly, from the way she said it, it seemed like she and all of them cared the least about us, actually.
okay. Well, let's just get rid of them all then.
Well, no, I don't want to do that. Stein, he seems like a standard guy, and
See, Stein is sneaky to me.
really.
He's the one who said that if he had the opportunity to get us out, he would choose himself over us. You know.
Right, yeah. Did he change his mind later? Or
Well, I mean, I think they're all of the mind that if they have an opportunity to get us out, they're not going to worry about if we exist anymore.
right. Eh.
That is problematic.
And I'm already out of Kyra, so
For now, we don't know if you can leave this place in that body.
All
You
the
might
more
just get
reason.
magneted back into the head.
we
All the
can
more
go
reason we
as
should
much-
try to get our own bodies back, so we can make our way. The sorcerers had this power, yes. That's
Yeah,
why we
but we
go?
know for sure that
It takes
the guy
years.
in the tower.
It takes years from them. Whatever they're gonna do, it's gonna take a long time. And your body, Stark, might not have that long.
What do you mean?
He's not doing great.
Wait, my body is not doing great.
Your body is it. That's a sort of that's a Tyler thing. Like, this probably should have been more clear to you. Although we'll kind of just go with it by saying it's an animid. You had no idea what the starting point was. He is advanced in age. He's like
That explains so much why my joints are always hurting. I just thought it was part of this body, but now it makes so much more
Oh
sense.
no, I've had no issues like that. That's
Okay.
very distinct to you. Yeah.
Well, if we go to this cousin, my only reservation is that we will be forced to stay here. But I
Why
suppose
not?
just getting our souls out of these bodies, we then would have years to potentially get others from the sorcerer.
you once again hear that little pig-headed thing go.
Jedi spit. Ooh, best 5 out of 9.
Are you guys done yet?
Yeah, are you guys done yet? We're not having any fun over here. Well, I'm actually having fun if you
I
are.
suppose so. We are just trying to figure out whether we should go to the sorcerer or the
Oh,
cousin.
I can answer that. It depends on if you're dead or if you're alive.
Well, what if you're kind of in between?
Bit of both.
Right, yeah, we're kind of
Oh.
ambidextrous in that sense.
Oh, now that's a puzzle. Because I'm a
Ambisouls.
Rosum, but I've not yet died, so I'm not yet a Rosagul. but some have died in the
Rules.
oracles. But, well, maybe what you should do is triangulate the midpoint between the valley and the Tower of the Dead and then hang out there.
I think that's kind of where we are right now.
What if it is?
Well, let's ask Kyra.
Right, what do you think we should do?
Oh,
I'll
I mean-
summarize the whole. Like we could get out of y'all's bodies faster, but
It's risky.
it's risky and
I'm not gonna lie, I viewed you guys as invaders up until I met you today, so I kinda didn't care whether you lived or not, but now that I've seen you, and you seem to be, well, people, maybe it's better to keep you alive?
what? Okay, yeah.
Right,
it is.
Maybe.
Kyra,
Maybe.
so
Yeah?
What
But
Kyra's
it looks
contributed to the group is a horrible fight broke out away from which she ran. She then snuck back and told you
Sorry, this is not my territory.
and told you about how much all these other weirdos she's been stuck with are trying to keep you guys okay. Oh my gosh, Kyra's amazing.
Right,
If you
but
were
like,
on course, I'd be useful.
And then beat a pig worm at tic-tac-toe.
Right.
the thing is,
I
It
see what
doesn't
I
look
did
like-
wrong here. You've been putting down X's, and I've been putting down more X's.
That would do it.
Yeah, that's how you've been winning so fast.
Okay, we've got some business to talk about. Why don't you practice a game on your own, playing
Greg's
yourself?
drawing.
I think we can
There's one thing
just
I like
walk
to
and
do
talk.
on my
This
own.
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
This one does
yeah,
not
I-
seem like there's many cells in there.
I don't know if he's gonna. You know what, buddy? Just go ahead and practicing, and I think you'll get it. We're just gonna head this direction, okay?
Which direction are you pointing, by the way? Towards the valley or
Sorcerers.
towards the sorcerers?
Towards the valley.
Okay, so you guys start. Kyra starts going towards the valley.
So you're of the opinion that we should go to the valley and not to the tower.
If I'm understanding correctly, it's the Tower of the Dead, which means a lean towards you guys, and not necessarily towards my friends. So
Right.
maybe we should try the sorcerers first.
That's kind of the way I was leaning because it seemed. I mean, we'd like to if we could keep all of you alive, and it looks like it would be more risky if we went to the tower than if it would be expedited.
True.
I want to say in Shun to Lauke. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to keep this body if we go that way.
I'm gonna say I don't know what you said, my dear, but there's probably also food here instead of at the Tower of the Dead because they're all dead.
That's
so
a really good point. You guys are all incredibly hungry. No one has eaten for like 20 hours.
Even me?
Yeah, you haven't eaten for like 20 hours. Oh, sure,
like
you're in
the-
another body. Roll a luck roll. Yes, everybody else is straight hungry. You roll a luck roll. We'll see what kind of food your conjured body had in its stomach.
Success.
Yeah, you could eat. You don't need. You're not ravenous. You could. It's 3 p.m.
Okay. All right.
I would say
In
I
your
think
body.
what would
Your
happen-
3 p.m. level of hungry.
Right.
my biggest fear is that if we go to the Tower of the Dead, that and this is I think where maybe you can relay this to the rest of to our other selves, Kyra, is that if we go there, there's certainly a possibility that they will not care about the living half of our duality. And perhaps you shall all die. But if we go to the sorceress, it is possible that the inverse is true, but I think it would be less likely since they already stay in this realm. But we must be careful about Lyola's body, but that will also let us know if you disappear going into that realm, then we will understand the limitations of what the cousin can do. That would be very informative.
Well, Maybe before she disappears, we.
Well, yeah,
Maybe we
she
shouldn't
could
treat her
try.
like a
She could
canary
poke a finger or something.
in a
You know.
spice mine.
Yeah, thank you, Boz.
I'm not trying to have you disappear. I would assume your soul would simply revert back into Kyra's body.
We can
That
only
wouldn't be
hope.
horrible.
I mean,
I mean, I'm
or it
used to
could go
those
into a
damn
bosom.
things by now.
Maybe.
It wouldn't be a rosum.
I
yeah, so
resemble
don't
that.
know what you
They're
did.
gone. They're already gone. Damn it. It's digging in the dirt.
All right, let's go because my body may be on a timer or something, and
And also, who's to say that cousin person's not gonna trap you there for all eternity as like his slaves or something? I mean, you
that
never
would be
know.
Pretty inconvenient. probably.
Yeah.
Wouldn't happen. Not a chance.
I don't trust you, Phil.
I don't trust that at all, man. We're all gonna get trapped.
It
Tower.
seems-
Right, sorcerers it is.
The real question is, do you want to get trapped by cousin or the sorcerers? So as you guys make your way to the valley, we'll do a stereotypical, we'll do a Star Wars wipe. And you find yourself sort of like walking between these sort of like two sort of dark black sort of mountain ranges of primarily like volcanic rock. They're very kind of, volcanic mountains, seem somewhat recently formed, although you don't actually see any volcanoes. Your stomachs are rumbling at this point, but I will say that you definitely have noted now, given like kind of several hours of walking, well, you guys not several, but a couple hours of walking, the light has not changed in the slightest. It seems like this lighting is kind of just static here. And as you guys approach this valley, you see that down. Go ahead. As you guys look down, kind of in this valley below, you see something that maybe to Kyra would almost be familiar. Actually, Kyra, go ahead and make a lore roll. I know it's not your best, but try a lore anyway.
I somehow succeeded. I rolled a 14.
Then,
this is a great day.
We will say that one time when you were just, carousing with a bunch of Sith, they told you about the Valley of the Sith Lords on Korriban. Which is sort of this like valley of all of these like tombs sort of built into the mountains. And as you look down, you see a very, very similar situation where there are kind of like carved out of the rock, there are these like large entrances with monuments carved. Monuments depicting a variety of species.
Does it look like anyone is actually living here?
You do, in fact, see a few figures kind of moving between the large vault doors down in this sort of valley. So it seems fairly occupied.
Can I use my look roll to try to find like a suitable cantina or some sort of food?
Ooh, okay,
place?
sure. Fine. Go ahead. Yeah, you know what? Actually, and I think it's something you have, this would not be a look. I need you to make a smell roll.
Oh,
Lauke, you may do so
Yes!
as well. It's Lauke and Kyra. Smell time.
My smell is 73, and I just rolled a 73.
Hey, great. So you just get a whiff of it. You're like, I smell something. A scent I've not felt since. Lauke?
Extreme.
Extreme. So basically, Kyra's like, you think they're cooking something. And Lauke, you know that there are roasted root vegetables that smell pretty good. There's like a little bit of like there's a few like flames and smoke coming down from various pits down there. So you smell some food, Lauke, for sure. And Kyra, you smell it as well.
I'll point it out to the group here.
This will be the first time ever I will walk in front of the group.
Kyra leads. Amazing. So as Kyra begins sort of leading you guys down into the valley, you do notice that there are like a few sort of figures sort of look up. They're all wearing these very like skin tight sort of like jumpsuits. And as you sort of come, it's two humans sort of look up and kind of wave to you all from about maybe 40 meters away. And they kind
Hello.
of just like sort of nod, and then like one of them sort of stays there, another one kind of like rushes off. And you notice most people down here seem to be wearing these very like sort of just like, I don't want to say like skin tight, but they're just kind of like very trim sort of jumpsuits of a more sort of like rubbery or sort of plastic kind of hard, not cloth basically. And they're sort of.
Are they at the food spot?
These two are not, but you see the food spot behind them. And now there's just this one who's sort of standing up and sort of nodding, and sort of it says to you in this very strange language, kind of sounds like...
It's not Sith?
That was not Sith. It is not a language any of you have heard. Actually, I take that back. Eyes Dark and Kyra cannot roll this, but Lauke, Boz, or Lyala, do any of you have a 50 or higher in general linguistics?
Nope.
You unfortunately had
Yes,
not.
I do.
You do.
I have 60.
Eyes Dark, you unfortunately never heard it before. Boz, go ahead
I
and
have
roll
a
it.
50.
Okay, then you roll it as well.
I'd like to use a force point.
Sure thing. Yes. Unfortunately,
Okay.
Eyes Dark, you never heard the first to recognize it from later.
Oh my god, okay. I rolled a 14 and then a 4.
Ooh. Well, that's
So,
definitely a success. Lyala, how you doing?
4.
I rolled a 75 and then an 81.
Great.
So no.
So no go. All right, so Boz, you don't recognize any word, but you can just tell that they are speaking the same language as those Razum before they started talking your language. They're speaking Razum. This person is saying.
They're speaking Rosen, sounds like.
Oh, you don't speak Razum. Oh,
No.
so you're
Sorry.
not Razum?
Do we look like Rosen?
No, that's why I was so impressed. Are you?
Are you?
No, I'm a living human. Are you all alive?
Yes, we are also
That's a
all
very
alive.
complicated question.
Oh,
For all intents
We are
and
alive.
purposes, yes, we are
You were-
alive and well. And I'll like elbow Boz.
Ow! I
Can
mean,
I do
yeah.
a diplomatic mission as I say that? Yes,
Absolutely.
we are all very, very alive.
ha! I mean, roll it in case you fumble somehow, but I just rolled a 92, so I think you got this one.
I rolled a 93, but that's a
A
success.
success. So congratulations, you have succeeded. This person's like, so yeah, you'll have the bonus to all your subsequent. Yes. Well, welcome then. To our little valley. Are you scholars?
Yes.
Oh.
We are here to learn.
He rolled a 70 something, so even if you got whatever, deception irrelevant.
One might say that we are actually more students than anything, in search of a master to
Oh.
teach us some stuff we wish to learn.
Well, we have no masters here so much as courses and kind of gestures to these crazy sort of gates and things beyond. But well, you're all welcome here, being living and non-Razum, and yes, you're welcome to our valley. Please come this way. You must be tired after your journey. We have some clean water and some food. If you
We would be
require to
very
rest.
appreciative of that.
They sort of
Are they
guide you.
telling the truth, or is this like the land of
Yeah,
the lotus eaters?
Yeah, I'm rolling psychology.
I would like to as well.
Everyone roll psychology.
So
This seems
Honestly,
too good to be true.
honestly, this person just failed a deception roll. They weren't even being deceitful. So just like it's a general guardedness. So in that case, this person,
Extreme success. Hard success.
this person, so any degree of success will inform you that this
Mild
individual
success.
fears you, is not trying to trap you, which is not to say that this person might not be sort of trapped here themselves to some degree, but they're sort of like, yes, there's, you can come this way though, please.
That would be
bonuses for a
fantastic.
1.
God, a 1, yeah, you should get something. You can tell that this person is someone who throughout his life he just felt like he couldn't find anyone who would love him. He just couldn't find someone. He would have all these friendships where the person didn't feel the same way, and he really felt like he was unlovable fundamentally. He's just no one's ever gonna be with me. And then he fell in love, right? And now he's unhappy. He doesn't like the person. He's miserable. He got everything he wanted, and it's just bad. So with a 1, you know that. But the rest of you just know that he's kind of not lying. Okay, cool.
Wish I didn't.
Yeah, you're damn, Rolly so low. But he kind of leads you over, and sure enough, they're kind of leading you to sort of some of those fires that Kyra, you, and Lauke were smelling, and people are pulling up some various roasted vegetables and things, just putting some plates out for you. It's just kind of on the ground under not really a tent because there's no harsh sunlight. They're just kind of setting stuff up for you there and putting some cups of water. It's other people, a lot of humans, but not exclusively. Rather, a couple Rhodians here or there, and even probably a couple species none of you have sort of seen. But they're sort of just gathering sort of food. They put food and drink out before you, and sort of step off. And kind of an older figure comes to you. She's human, maybe she seems to be in some position of authority. We'll phrase it like that. She kind of walks over and says, "Welcome to all of you. I am Protea."
Hello.
Hello.
I'll do one of the awkward bows that I've been doing to people that I presume are in power.
Well, it's very nice.
What is that?
To see you all. Forgive me, such formality is not necessary here.
Okay, just checking. You never know.
Are you seekers of infinite knowledge? Have you come here for this reason, or have you?
Not infinite, but your knowledge, yeah.
Some very
Yes.
specific knowledge, perhaps, as well.
I think we would describe ourselves currently as students looking for a teacher, perhaps, that can help us understand ourselves better than we do
discourage
currently.
The positions of teachers here.
My apologies. Merely, perhaps, someone more experienced has more knowledge.
We're looking for sorcerers.
Well,
I would like
we
to
are-
do
we are
another-
sorcerers, of course.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Another-
diplomatic this person. Yeah, that's fine.
60, yeah, it's a success.
You have it on this person as well.
Also, Kyra's
Proteus.
just fucking. We're looking for sorcerers.
Sorry.
Cool. It's cool.
No, you know what? I'm
So
just
funny.
glad that someone else is a little more spontaneous than I am. So you
So basically,
You
as sort
guys
of-
were a good
perfect
match.
timing.
Sort of Protea is
Perfect
kind of sort of nodding, yes, I see. I sense the force on many of you are. She kind of looks to Boz and says, "Are you a Sith adherent?"
No, I'm actually quite a recently discovered Force user.
She kind of takes a few steps towards you. Do you need that removed?
This? I don't need it removed, but I probably want it removed, if you understand what I mean. You probably don't understand what I mean.
No, I think I do.
Really?
I sense light and dark on you. On you I sense. She kind of turns to Lauke. The light. And on you as well. She says to Stark. And traces upon you. She says to Kyra. On you I sense something else entirely. She says to Lyala.
is that good or bad?
There is one here who has more knowledge. Why have you come?
We're
Yeah.
trying to understand something, and we're hoping maybe the most knowledgeable of you can help with that.
I see. I fear that the old woman will be intrigued. She does
You
not
fear?
love to be raised. No, she likes to rest, but I fear that this is worth awakening her. Please finish your meals. I will go and inform her of your arrival. I think that she kind of especially seems to be like looking at Lyala. I think she will want to. Yes, she will want. Forgive me. And she kind of just goes.
As she's leaving,
Yeah.
I'm just like, if that fucking teacher is that short thing that sent us in here in the first damn place and made us trudge all the way through just to talk to her again, I'm gonna be real pissed.
It's about the journey.
Yeah.
No, Locke, it's about the strange talking snails with pig heads that
One
I've
of
had
the-
to deal with.
One of
All
these
the
sort of
way here.
sorcerers
The-
who's like
the flowers,
pouring
they
you
freak
some
me.
water said. It's kind of it's a younger woman and is also a human. She just kind of like pours you some some water and just goes, yeah, those Rossum are really creepy.
Yeah, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
Say, madam,
Huh? Oh,
What is your
I'm
name?
not a madam. Oh, let's see. My name is
Tough one.
Skeeter is her name. Sgirder. Skeeter
Nice.
is my name. Yup.
hi Skeeter. How did you get here?
Skeeter.
Skeeter.
My name is very important to me. A lot of thought was put into it by my parents, so please get it right.
I understand. So how did you come to be here?
Oh, I looked into the night.
How old were you when you got here?
Oh, just 2 or 3 years ago. I was just
Okay.
studying the night a little much, and I found a passage, and me and some others, we'd heard of this place. And we're finding a great deal of knowledge here. We're becoming
Oh.
sorcerers.
How long do you plan to stay here?
Oh, just a few years, I would hope. I've already cleared the first of the tests. My exams are going well. I only have, well, the rest of the tests, but
Oh, yeah. You know where we're from. Tests are very common as well. What did the gateway through which you came look like?
oh, it was a tree.
Oh, okay.
The tree. Yes,
The
that
tree.
makes sense.
I passed
Yeah,
through a tree. How
What
did
planet?
you get here? Oh, what
Cave.
planet?
Just seeking knowledge.
A tree. We got here through a tree.
A tree.
I
But
went
yes,
through
a cavey tree.
on a planet called you ask what planet? I mean, I'm gonna answer, but hold on.
Planet called I don't know.
No.
This is a real world with real planets. Everything exists.
Yeah, well, there's a Jedi Master called I'm a Gundai, so I feel like I don't
There
know
is a
being
Jedi
planet.
Master's
That's
name
a
is I'm a
stretch.
Gundai, and I'm really on board with that. And you know what he does?
He dies.
He dies. He's here to die.
Isn't that what all Jedi do?
Oh no, she would have been on Onderon. That's fine. Yeah.
Alderaan?
On
Okay.
Onderon.
Onderon.
Onderaan. Okay,
Yeah,
never
she
mind.
went to Onderon, and yes, there was a tree on Onderon. We'd gone.
Are you gonna go
Onderon's
home
a
this?
pretty nasty place.
Oh, it is. I really didn't like being there, but then we came through to somewhere that's much more dangerous, yet so much more interesting.
And how do you get back home?
Well, there are other passages out, but it can be difficult, and the Razum, they've been instructed not to let people leave.
Instructed by who?
Well, I would imagine the one in the Tower of the Dead.
Oh, okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Well, you said you passed tests. Who's proctoring those tests? If there's no
There are no
teachers around
teachers here. The
Then who made the tests?
The completion of the tests is proof in of themselves. The Force created them. The oneness.
Right.
This
I
water,
turn back to the other group and I'm like,
this water was conjured by the Force. No clean water is here. These vegetables, though we do grow them, are grown only through the Force. There's nothing grows
You're
here.
telling me this whole plane is the Force?
Oh, well, I mean, in some ways, I suppose everything is the Force, so yes. What a fascinating way. I'm going to remember that for my next exam in case that gets me out of a trap that would kill me. That's a wonderful thought.
Sorry, are we sitting
Skeeter
outside?
is my name. Skeeter is my name, by the way.
Skeeter.
My important
Skeeter. Yeah.
SGID''R.
Are we sitting outside? I wasn't paying attention.
You are sitting
wait, it's
outside.
different than you spelled it 2 minutes ago.
I added an E, and I decided I wanted to be honest to the die and have their the letters I rolled were SGIDR. So I'm just gonna stick it with that. Put in an apostrophe. I'm good with it.
Can I look up at the sky and see if I can like connect with it the way that I used to?
There are
when I
no
was
stars in
young?
the sky. It is just clouds.
Can I still reach out in my mind and try to see if there's
If you'd like to make a interstellar navigation, you can, or stellar
Yes.
navigation stellar, sure.
17,
Wonderful.
which is a success. I'll have success.
You don't see any stars or planets or anything. Nothing's there.
Damn.
As you guys sort of finish your meal and ask Skeeter some more questions. Poor Skeeter. She's just, she's a working student. It's hard. And the loans from this place are... Anyway, after a time, Protea returns and sort of says, the old woman is willing to speak to you. She already was awakening from the mountain. I think she sensed you. If you're finished with your food and your water, please. And she begins to lead you down the long valley, past all these massive gates. Bear with me, because I this feels like a cool end point, but I want to get something while a couple of you are still here. She leads you through this valley. You pass some of these other massive entrances to these tests that were built by the Force. What a strange concept. You pass along, and she begins leading you up a long, sort of like stony staircase of switchbacks that have just been sort of carved into the mountainside. Irregular stone, steps. Half of them are just natural formations, others were sort of carved down. As you sort of go this way, everybody roll an endurance. It's under physical, just for the heck of it. See if anybody tires out on the way up.
2.
And 1.
73, but I have some serious
Man,
endurance. A regular success.
That old man is fine.
Regular success.
What about the mind?
What were we rolling for?
Endurance.
Oh, yeah, that's a vital.
There you go.
Nice.
This old man has some, he's worked out. He walks his 2 miles every day.
Yeah.
Did anyone fail an endurance roll? Great. So you all get up to sort of the top, and she kind of looks back at you, and she kind of like force centers herself then, and she leads you on, and you see there is this kind of like very tranquil looking, or as tranquil as it gets in the night realm, sort of overlook spot, kind of a flat little cliff where the mountain kind of continues up along, but there's some area, and you see kind of a woman who's sort of like sitting against, kind of like in the shadows of the mountains. She's sort of she is wearing that same garment. She's a Twi'lek. Kind of looks very old, has red skin. And sort of she kind of leads you guys over to her. And she just kind of like looks up at you. Her eyes are almost like completely cataract over. And she sort of says, I sensed you all coming.
Hello.
Hello. She kind of wiggles her Leku slightly and just like a kind of a general sort of greeting of Leku sign. Kyra, it's interesting. It seems very outdated. It seems like a real old-fashioned way of talking.
Can I greet her in the Ryloth language
Oh, just in
and
real?
see if
For
she knows
sure.
it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just say, hi, what is your name?
She kind of like, you see her like smile, and you honestly see her like thinking about it for a moment, as if she's like, and she says in what I'll try to do the equivalent of. She says it in like a very like old fashioned way. She's like, my name beeth Zinni Voldath.
Interesting. How long have you been here?
What is thy name?
My name is Kyra. We're hoping you could help us with something.
No. I cannot, but I can tell you certain things. She kind of like... This is last
Did you say
burst.
her name was... Okay.
And and you notice that it seems, now that you've kind of gotten up here, that the shadows maybe were slightly misleading. It appears that half of her body is in the mountain itself. And she now like, sort of like steps out of the mountain. And kind of just this very, very aged sort of Twi'lek woman sort of like begins
I know who this is.
towards you all. So, I sense it's not her, though you have seen her. But I sense light and darkness, and she kind of looks to Lyella for a second. And that.
What's that?
Oh, that is an ancient thing. He calls himself cousin.
Wait.
No.
He
No.
is neither light or... Well, he is both light and dark. It's complex.
No. This I'm me. I'm not him.
No one
I'm just gonna take a couple steps away from her.
No one
No.
says you're him, but you are of him, my dear. On the
Well-
others, I sense light. I sense... She kind of like looks to you, Kyra, for a moment, although she doesn't really see you, but you can tell in the Force she sees you, and then sort of gestures. I sense light, pure light, in your coming. And then at Boz, she sort of pauses and says, and in you I sense light, and then darkness.
Oh yeah, that would track actually.
Have you spoken to the teacher?
We were told there are no teachers.
Not
Well,
here.
Yes.
We did speak with her, yeah. Well, kind of. I didn't,
Oh.
but she did. I point to Lyola.
Yeah.
Is that the little
Yeah.
person we
The-
met in?
Ears and the
Quag
yeah.
is her name.
That tracks.
You said your name was is it Zinni?
I am Zinni Voldoth. Forgive me, I have been in the mountain for a long, long while. It slows my aging, and with the Force, my aging is slowed more, but, the battle is not over.
What battle?
It is so long it goes. What Quag has done. But you all... you've been touched by the only one who stands a chance. It is the Kashi Mare upon you. Through the Kashi Mare, Quag orchestrated destruction. Through Zendor, she orchestrated total destruction, yet through the Kashi Mare, perhaps will be her undoing.
Does this make sense to?
Forgive me.
To Jeremy, but not to...
Forgive me. The one. I see it now. You are dead.
And through the power of the Kashi Mare, you are alive again.
You keep saying that word Koshin Man.
Yes, the crystals. The crystals. The amber glow. The light upon you all. Though yours is darkened. You must... What is it you seek? Is she your enemy too? Have you seen her darkness?
Well, she actually kind of pointed us in your direction.
Yeah.
She would not have pointed you to me unless... Oh no. No. No.
She kind of just like collapses to her knees and like is very frail and is just kind of like holding to the rocks.
What?
95 on her attempt to use the Force. It's a success, but not good enough for her. Sorry, go ahead, Lauke.
Can you just get us back in our bodies?
No, She looks up and says, "You must leave this place. You must leave at once. The only one who can help you is the one who helped you before.
Who?
Whoever brought you back. The Immortal One. He is your only chance. He is the only chance to stop her. Go to him. Do whatever he needs."
Can I walk up to her
Yeah.
slowly and like try to help her up?
Yeah.
And as I do,
As you do, hold on. Actually, roll a luck roll.
all right. Can I also do a diplomatic roll?
A diplomatic on
before?
her, sure. Actually, Zinni
I
was
did
pretty...
not. I
The
did
40
not see you bringing this character in. I did not see that coming.
The old woman in the mountain.
Success on the diplomatic.
Okay.
Just basic success. Success on the luck too.
The luck, the good news for you is she wasn't unfazing at that moment, so you are able to like pull her up, and she kind of like is grateful. She's not being deceitful at all. So yes, you have the diplomatic mission. She's
All right.
she's
I would like to try and persuade her and just be like, I know that you know much more about this than we do. We are lost in this new world with no direction or understanding of half of the things that people tell us to do. Please, can you take a moment and try and help us, or at least give us the understanding of what we need to do to be able to have our bodies back?
You must return to the Immortal One. To the one,
Who is the Immortal One?
the one who brought you back.
We don't know who brought us back.
He lives in a ship, a cathedral.
Oh, you've
No.
got to be fucking kidding me.
Oh, come on!
He is your only
It
hope.
was-
He is the only hope for everything.
He's the one who did this.
He has mastered the crystals. You must.
So it is the
continue.
crystals that we must master to get our bodies back.
He will. Yes, but through him, and you must aid him. If he is slain, it is all lost.
What
How
is
do we
all
get
lost?
out of here?
Can I do a psychology roll on her?
You may, yes. She says, "How do you get out of here?" She's like,
You must return to the caves, to the passage, and then she's just muttering, "No time. She sent you. She knows she's coming." The
Wait,
cousin,
can she
she's
leave?
With the cousin.
And I'll point to Lyala.
I used the force point.
okay.
I got a vital success.
She is not deceiving you in the slightest. And you actually, I'll say with a vital success. And we'll even say that you see it dangling at her hip. There is a lightsaber there. The weapon of a Jedi Knight. The weapon of a Grand Master, formerly of the Jedi Council. A very long time ago. A Jedi who was among the most gifted younglings and Padawans to ever grace the Jedi in the ancient days. Zinni was her name, Padawan to one Jito Javal. A girl who took the very Force saber of the Rakata Infinite Empire and unfazed it. And then, towards the end of her life, crafted her own facsimile that runs only on the light, which hangs at her hip. You sense no deception. You sense fear, you sense concern, but you also sense conviction. And she says to you, she's with a cousin. My time here has been for nothing. They're coming. She looks up at all of you, and though her eyes are clouded over, she kind of pauses and sort of inclines her head to Lyala. I do not know if your body, this body you have, will exist outside of the night realm, but your spirit
the rest of her will.
Is tied to the Kashimir amulet, to the Kashimir crystals. You must all... I must open a gate back.
And you open a gate to the ship.
No, but you will find your way there. The Force will guide you. She kind of gestures to the amulet. Even if you must use that.
I was hoping you could take it off, but alright, sure.
He will take it off. The Immortal One. Raidvego. You hear screams in the distance. The ground begins to rumble. A dark
Well, that's my cue.
shadow is
Right,
descending over this mountainside. Protea, who's
A
been
what
standing
is?
at the edge, a shadow,
Shadow.
is like descending over the
Oh,
mountainside.
shut.
Protea is sort of kind of like saying like, no, this is impossible. What? I must summon all the sorcerers. And she says, and Zinni basically says, buy me all the time you can.
Wait, before you go, what do we have to do to get him to help us? Do we just do what he says? Do we?
Yes.
There must be something that we can negotiate with, right? What is our strong suit here? What do we have?
Tell him that if he makes bodies for those of you sharing them, he'll have 8 allies instead of 4.
Okay.
Hey,
To face the coming dark. She's going to now... I wasn't actually sure this is how things would play out, but it kind of would be. Zinni is going to use every force point she has. She'll use a couple force points, so she's going to get her force die down to a d4. And then she's going to roll with 4 bonuses. So that's 5 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just need this one to not be a 0. It's a 0. So that means... Shockingly, however, she does not roll a single 4, so she doesn't have a 10. She has a 10, so she rolls a 10, which for her is a vital success. So she has a 200 and use the force. We were just avoiding the shock that it was going to be whatever. In any case, so she reaches out and kind of as sort of you guys feel, this sort of thing, she reaches and the mountain wall behind her doesn't even crack open. It phases into a new kind of matter. And you see her focusing as much as she can, putting all the wisdom she's had into what she's doing. With this vital success she scored. Grasping forward every modicum of her focus, you see a dark shroud has emerged from the rock, just like the one you passed through to get here.
All right, well.
And then you look at
go.
Zinni as her body disappears, her robes falling to the ground, the lightsaber falling next to them.
Can I grab the saber?
Kyra, were you going to do the same? Kyra and Boz, both of you make a that
You're not
beautiful.
the only two that had that idea.
I just love the idea that
someone should do that.
Would you be doing it as well, Eyes Dark, or no?
We're like
I mean,
playing
if Boz
fucking
goes.
You guys,
Slash.
as you both that you were just with like reaching. You're like, whoa, she's gone. Yoink.
I thought about it too. Yeah.
So Kyra and Boz, I'm gonna say for this, it would probably be, I will say I'm gonna give a minor edge to pickpocket if anybody chooses to do that. Otherwise, because it's like a quick thing. Otherwise, it would just be a run. Then it would just be a rush. It would just be the run forward and grab it.
Okay, cool. Because my
Let's
pickpocket
go.
is 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, my pickpocket is terrible.
Yeah. No one has a good pickpocket.
I'm gonna use the
Come
force
on.
point for this. Yeah, fuck it.
Ooh.
Beth, do you want to use a force point? They do refresh.
No, I'll leave it. It's just a not a vital success, but a good success.
An extreme. What did you roll?
It's a 39.
A 39. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, for you that's a hard. Boz, what do you got?
Extreme success. I
Boz.
got a 5. I got a 5.
Yeah. Kyra, I was gonna say you have a 99 in running, Kyra. So I was gonna say you should have like really stacked your deck here.
I thought about it, but
So Boz grabs the saber.
just dust flying behind us.
I just imagine Kyra, going ham and lighting up the saber when there's like a sale in some store or something. Like just always the wrong spot. Like there's a fight
Black
she
Friday,
runs,
I need
but
it.
oh my god, I gotta need to get that new droid saber out.
So with that, I was really trying to have like this like poignant moment as this
Wait,
ancient
as
Jedi
that's
master.
happening?
So
Sorry.
she did that, but Boz and Kyra. So yes, I'm gonna come to you in a second. But basically, do Boz, Kyra, and Eyes Dark upon her disappearing and this thing opening and you hearing the sounds of whatever in the distance? After Boz grabs that and Kyra's like, "Fucking A." What are the three of you through the portal? Is my question.
Yes.
I'm going, yeah.
Yes.
So they rush. Block.
We'll stay with Lyala. Let's.
Well, I'm gonna grab your face and say, if I don't make it, just know I love you, brother. And just grab him and run through.
Oh, okay. You are going through. Wonderful.
I'm sorry, I'm forcing your choice. You can resist if you want.
You don't have to do this.
I'm still running.
Do you go through
well,
block? Do you let her pull you through?
Yeah, I'll let her pull through,
All of
and
you.
I'll say, "See you on the other side."
All of you head through. All right, I need one of you to make for me. She rolled for this, but there's going to be a lot was going on. I need one person here in the group to make a luck roll.
I got you.
All right.
Let's see.
God, roll so high.
You
It'll be so
have good
funny if you
luck?
roll So high.
What's-
I do have good luck. I did get a success.
Okay. What degree of success? What did you roll?
Just a normal success. I rolled a 53 and I have 83 luck.
A 53. Okay. Do you want to use a force point to re-roll?
Luck.
Tempt
Yes,
your
please.
fate? Okay, re-roll it. Let's see what you got.
Let's
If
go.
you're a gambler,
Add a bonus. Add a bonus.
you could spend
Add
2
a
force
bonus.
points and add a bonus.
Sure.
All right, so now
Wait,
you'll
what
roll.
would my bonus be?
The bonus is you get to roll 2 of the ones with 10s on them and use the lower number.
Ooh, where did my 10 go? There it is. Okay. Hopefully it's lower than that.
Normal's like
Oh.
plenty good, don't get me wrong.
68.
You
You
use
can
the.
roll the
You
Yeah.
Can use, wait, so you rolled 2, 6, and something higher than 6?
I rolled a 70 and I rolled a 60.
Yeah, that's really rough.
Re-
I guess you could spend another.
You
force
could
point
spend
to
another
roll
force
it.
point to re-roll
Yeah,
again.
I'm
but I
gonna
mean,
do
there's,
that.
There's too many force
I'm gonna
points.
try to keep us alive, guys.
You
Let's
can
go.
roll with the bonus again too.
Yeah, so you get the
Nah, nah,
bonus. Yeah. You
Should
still
I?
Get the bonus.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you still get the bonus
Okay.
if you're spending.
Well, you get it. Yeah.
You'll get it no matter what.
Lord have mercy, 57.
57. Okay, with that, I'll say this. Okay, so you try as you might dig in the force. You guys have rolled a normal success. What this means is that she has returned you to the material world.
Wait, was there an option to go somewhere else?
No. Her success meant she did it. The better your success was going to be was how sort of generally close to where you need to go you are.
Oh.
So in other words, we're just going to say, sort of for the fun of it, you guys are expelled from the very open mouth skull gate that you left through, back into that cavern below.
I'm looking for Loyola.
You look.
Yep.
You guys look back for Loyola. You do not see her.
We'll go to what was Lyola's body, or Kyra? Lyola?
No.
Loyola, you can say yes because you're in there too.
Yes.
So what you hear is Kyra go, no, yes. Accent
And then
changing
Chuna,
halfway
like,
through. And on that
you
beat,
made it?
And on that beat, we'll end tonight's session.
Oh my god. Okay.
So Lauren, I hope you're around tomorrow because that's what's going on.
This is gonna be weird. Yes. Please.
Do you still want me
Okay,
on deck for tomorrow? Philip,
Um,
or no?
He is now available, but
Okay.
let me double. I'll confirm because I think he can play. Yes, but I'll let you.
I didn't know if you wanted to do some shenanigans after. But yeah.
You didn't trigger shenanigans, but you guys are on a Sith thing. Stay on deck. Let me see what I can work out on that point. In any case, that ends another wonderfully exciting session of Luminous Beings. Thank you everyone for watching. That one had a lot going on in it, on a lot of different levels. So a lot of stuff happened. We had combat. We had cousin shenanigans. We had the return of Jeremy's former Padawan from a different game. So we had a lot of fun
God.
stuff. Yes, so
Vinny.
with that, thank you all so much for watching. If you like what we do here on the Star Wars game, guess what? We got it again tomorrow with Crude Matter, which will have at least 2, maybe 3 of the same people here with other bodies swapping out for all sorts of craziness. So yeah, please come join us for that fun. We also have some other games. Starting on Tuesday is actually a big deal. I don't even know what the name of this is yet, so I can't really announce the thing. Starting on Tuesday, we have a new game. We're taking a sort of hiatus on the noir game since they kind of got to a sort of an appropriate end of the first mystery novel, or the first pulp noir novel. So we're going to be doing an Agatha Christie style murder mystery. It's going to be a very interesting game, I've got some real fun ideas. We're going to do a session 0 of that on Tuesday, as sort of the players will both build their characters and also sort of build who the murder victim is. And why some of them might want to kill the person. And then on Fridays, we have Blood from a Stone. I believe this week we will finally have our 54th session. We've been off for a few weeks of Blood from a Stone for sort of COVID and such things, but we should be back this week with a noir. So even though we don't have the noir game, this week's Blood from a Stone will be back in the noir world of Heistales for a very special segment there. So yeah, go to our Discord. We have a lot of active stuff. Lauren hangs out in the Dreadlands there sometimes. We've got, our message boards. Oh, we posted some music in the downloads in Long Lost Score. So if you like some of the music that is playing on these, you can listen to those. I'm happy with Long Lost Score. I have no objections to that. And check out our adventures. Our about page has all of our players. I wanted to call you adventurers, but all of our players have all their socials on there as well. So yeah, please follow us, subscribe if you can, all that good stuff. Anybody else have anything to add or say? I have a Shadows of the Empire shirt. Very happy with this one.
Oh, actually, I do have a thing.
Ooh, yeah.
I do a webcomic called Travelers of Talaria, and it has been on hiatus for I think 6 months now, and it is coming back this Friday.
Ooh,
so,
very fun.
If you want to give it, if you want to check it out, I'll post the link in the chat.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a cool comic because you can read it like this, or you can read it like this. Did I explain that well enough?
Yeah, that's close enough.
You can just do this forever.
Also, thank you to the couple people who came over from my TikTok. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, thanks for TikTok. Well, that's great. Well, everybody, thank you. This has been a wonderful session. Until next time, we'll close by saying, as always. Why did I blew it by saying always
It's
there?
okay.
Shoot.
Again.
No.
You're doing great.
No,
You
I
did
almost
such a good job.
I almost got through
All
the
right.
session and
You got it. You got it. You got it.
All
You got
right.
it.
Take a deep breath. Start over.
We'll just
Yeah,
cut that
agreed.
in post. Okay.
Yeah.
So, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, we'll end as per usual. Guys, I'm gonna take it again. I'm so sorry. That was
It's fine.
that was
You're,
really bad.
letting the Empire win
You're doing
right
great.
I
now.
really am letting the Empire win. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Unique New York. New York's unique. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, the Force will be with you. Always.